Breakfast in bed? Alright, sweethearts, what are you waiting for? Breakfast in bed? Glorious day in the Corps. Day in the Marine Corps is like a day on the farm. Every meal's a banquet. Every paycheck a fortune. Every formation a parade. I love the Corps.
One minute, gone the next. There's no heart beating inside your chest. It's vanished into thin air, never to be seen again.
Everything you got! Come on, you think! You want to live forever?
Never to be seen again.
Well, boys, you heard her. This is the real thing.
How should I sign this? I don't want you to sign it, man. All you gotta draw is Plumbing Walk around to sign it. You just a tracer.
No, Damien Knox. He's the head of Dark Star Comics. He wants to see my portfolio again. I am a little bit nervous.
What's wrong with you? You only draw anime-style characters! You can just draw anime art for the rest of your life for all I care!
Suit up. I'm bringing the party to you.
All right, first assembly's at 15 people. Shag it.
If you have an idea that you genuinely think is good, don't let some idiot talk you out of it.
We forgot the biggest rule for anything, whether it's drawing, penciling, we forgot it. Wally Wood's famous rule, if in doubt, black it out. There it is.
Of course, photocopies are cheaper and quicker, but photocopying is like sailing a motorboat into an ocean of comic books. Ours is a great destiny, so we choose the luxury liner of the fan comic world. We choose quality printing. So come on, let's go to the printer.
For some guys, working smaller is better than working bigger. Your deadlines suck too, don't they? No way, they're better than yours.
So don't let idiots talk you out of something that you think is good. Just do your thing, do it as well as you, that's the important thing. Don't shirk. Whatever you do, give it your best shot. You'll be glad you did.
be over. I could sell 20 copies if I had more time, but I've gotta sell at least 10!
Here's the bear! Here's the entertainment!
And you thought we weren't gonna have any fun in the apocalypse. Shame on you.
Your art.
I guess I just take girls that aren't me.
Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome. Is my mic on? Yes, it's on. All right. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. We've got lots of people up in the chat. I see Keith over there and James Burton. What is going on, guys? Let me just make a couple adjustments here. There we go. All right. We are at our Friday live drawing stream. So we are here to do some drawing. And today we are here to help promote our scattered brother in arms, or actually our brothers in arms. Ben Tinsley and Jake Tinsley have a Night Owl comic book campaign going on right now, and so we're focusing on that today. And what James said, I freaking made it. Nice. Yes, you made it, brother. You are here. So we're going to be doing some drawing today, and we are going to draw Night Owl. So I was on a live stream with one of the creators, Jake Tinsley, did a Night Owl, but we're going to do another one today. So if you're an artist, you're scattered, you need a link, let me know. I will send it over to you so you can come over here and join. You can draw over on your end of the world and send it in. Show us what it looks like later. That's always cool too. And I'm just checking just a little bit. It's kind of like juggling over here, you know. Calvin Ellis Jr. also said he was going to try and make it, but he had an errand to run. Benny Jordan also had an errand to run. So those two wanted to come on, but they couldn't make it today, or maybe they might make it in later. We'll see. But in the meantime, you got me. Hey, where it all started, right? So I'm going to be doing some drawing here. So I'm going to shift over my camera here. Since no one else is coming on right now, I'll go ahead and take up the full screen. Yes. Let's see. How do I change my camera real quick? I want to thank. We've got some new subscribers to the channel. I want to thank you guys for doing that. Coming on. I'm going to be drawing a Night Owl on this blank cover today. This is a Free Comic Book Day Shadowhunters Bite Me comic. Kind of an interesting a Night Owl on this. I might actually do a Night Owl fighting a vampire or something like that. That might be kind of cool. So that's what I'll be doing today. You guys can draw along, and I will be. I'll check the chat. Wait, have I shifted over? Here, let's make this bigger. There we go. I'm telling you, this is I'm learning. All right, let's put that right there. That. There we go. All right. So now we've got Night Owl right there. Got some comments coming in. We got Daryl Helmer from Facebook saying, hello, Jason. Hello, Daryl. What have I been? Oh my goodness. I can't believe we got this far. We got this far into the show. I didn't even do what we're supposed to do at the beginning. That's right. Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's my wife's, okay? Hey, but I got the cool shirt right here, right? All right, we got the cool shirt at least. Raise your glass, whatever you're drinking. I happen to have some good old OJ in here. And Happy Friday, everybody. We made it through another week. Cheers. Yes. Okay. Now we are set to go. Now we can do the real deal here. What we got here? We got Keith Carmona. What's he saying over here? Hey, everyone. Back to the Night Owl 2-in-1. Here's the link. Check out that link. Yeah, check out Night Owl. And that's what we're going to be drawing today. I'm going to leave this up for a bit. I am trying to check these comments, and we don't need the starting soon thing anymore. I'm like, you guys, so glad you love me. All right, so let me switch back over so you don't just see my face. Let's see some. And I will, I guess I'm going to go ahead and try and get some music going on here. So let's do that. I didn't expect to play music. Haven't played music on this stream for a while. But it's just going to be us today. I can definitely do it. All right. Okay, no copyright music. There we go. No copyright music. Yeah. They say no copyright, but then I get hit by copyright, so we do the best we can. All right. This looks all copywritten to me. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Copyright-free music for video. Here we go. Let's just do. What is this?
Want to know I took my business?
It's a commercial. Hold on.
Simple.
Oh my.
It's Shopify. Whether
I'm gonna fall asleep if I have this music on. No copyright. Something I can play that's gonna keep me awake. Why is this so hard today? Sorry, guys. You know what we're gonna just do? I'm just gonna play whatever music they got on here. Let's see. Here we go. All right. That worked, right? So I think what I'm going to do, since this is a vampire comic, Night Owl is either going to be a vampire or he's going to be fighting a vampire. So I have been drawing this character Night Owl for it's been at least 16 years, if not longer. So I've seen a lot of evolution on this character. when you're flying by the seat of your pants on drawing something, it doesn't always effort to get sense. Uh-oh. What does that mean? Oh. My music's off. I feel like I should just take a second to find some better music. This is the stuff that comes with the program. This is not the cool stuff here. Well, I guess it's cool. I don't want to say anything wrong about the person that made that music, but all right, okay, enough. Copyright free music. Now let's see if it gives me something I recognize, like this one. Do you recognize this?
Sweetwater helps
No,
music makers.
Sweetwater. There we go. Okay. Is it me, or is YouTube put a lot more ads on there, I think? Wait, what's that? Hey, it's James. Hold on a second. Hold the bloody phone. When did he walk in? What's up, James?
Hola. I made it home.
Awesome, brother.
Just barely. So we're doing the Owl of Night today.
We are doing Night Owl, yes. So I've got a reference up there on the screen.
It's a bit... Oh, there we go. Gray Hoodie Ninja Chick.
So it's a 12-year-old superhero in a hoodie.
Yep, I remember reading that part.
Gloved, fingerless gloves.
Who doesn't?
Boots.
Love the fingerless gloves.
Yeah, I figured you would like that.
Yeah, half my characters wear them. So, Jason, how was your week?
It's been good, man. It's been a good week.
That's awesome.
What about you?
Busy as all hell, and for some reason can't find the concentration for the old Kickstarter. Driving me crazy.
Oh, that's right, because Damage Inc. launches in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, and my page is so not ready. It's just not. And I'm working on it, but I'm struggling. I spent like 2 hours filming my video with my son the other day, and don't mind what I said, but I look like a floppy fat twit. Let me tell you.
What? Wait, who said that?
Me. I'm a little hypocritical.
Oh yeah, you're an artist. I forgot.
Yeah.
Us artists just are so critical of ourselves.
Yeah, so there's just lots to figure out if I'm gonna re-video that or if I'm gonna ignore it and put it together. I think I'm just gonna put it all together and try to get my submission finished because I should have been approved already. It's all in my head. Alrighty, so
how long
Jason,
was it?
What?
How long was your submission taken?
I haven't done it yet. I got one more thing to put into it before it looks like. You are sharing your screen without sharing your system sound. Sharing system sound is recorded only while sharing entire screen or specific channel.
I put that on there. I got your screen.
It's all good.
All right, so let's make us. All right, let me organize this now.
Let's see here. So you're working on a book blank?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I am going in digitally, and I am using like watercolor brushes inside of my system. That's how I'm starting. So let's see what comes out of my head.
All right, let me get this
Okay.
load back up here.
What the heck? Okay, now that's better. All right, cool.
I'll put you.
Doobie doobie doo. Okay.
Try and put you next to your thing. Okay. Yeah, I was like just looking for music since I didn't have anyone to talk to. So, I mean, you know what I mean, like that was here with me. So I was like, all right, let's just find some music, and then all of a sudden, there you are.
Well, I told you I'd be here today, and I was rushing, man. I barely got through the door when you started, so.
Well, I appreciate you coming in. I was like hanging out. We're gonna do this next week for Keith's Dr. Dream comic that comes out next week.
Sweet.
And then, of
I'll
course,
just like use the recording of the cover I did.
There you go. Yeah, you got a cover on that one. I think a lot of us got covers on that one.
Yeah, they're great, man. Everybody took a different take and showed a different part of the action that Keith was looking for.
Mm-hmm. Right, I think I've got my pencils at least. I can start inking this guy.
If anybody hears my 12-year-old son playing shooters in the other room, I apologize.
Don't worry. I got a 13-year-old, so I know exactly what that's all about.
Freaking playing Fortnite. Ay.
Keith Carmona says we definitely have Dr. Dream covered. Like whatever cover.
Ah, yes. Dad humor.
I don't know why a lot of times when I'm drawing this character, I always like to start with inking the gloves.
I have that same thing when I'm drawing my guys. I really like to start with their gloves if there are any of the characters who wear those.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is. I think it's like some weird
What is that?
programmed brain tactile response. I don't know.
It is funny. I'm glad I'm not alone. I was like, I always want to start gloves first. Doesn't make any sense.
It just feels good. Like Gage has giant gloves to go all the way down his arm, and I love drawing them. I love drawing them. Like the reason why they all wear it is just because, well, the reason why they all wear it is honestly because my dad wore them all the time whenever he was riding, or whenever we were like working on cars or whatever. He'd have those gloves on. So to me, tough people wear those gloves.
Yeah.
And
I gotcha.
It's just a mental thing.
Okay, this vampire that he's fighting is going to be he's not wearing any clothes. He's just not wearing a shirt. That's what it is.
Wait, you got somebody naked?
This vampire guy that he's fighting. I was doing kind of a like that old school Nosferatu type vampire.
Oh, I thought you were going for a raving vampire.
And
too much E in the club, man. Too much E.
Yeah. Keith Carmona says, "No worries, guys. My 18-year-old is here playing Super Mario World."
That would go with some of Jason's music. My son screaming at Fortnite for being a cheat and hacking POS doesn't really go with the flow.
All right, I'll put on some music. Hold on. Let's do this. Actually, I think this is the first time I'm actually going to play music during this process. So this will be kind of a test.
At least you got your music figured out.
Oh no! I gotta be ready.
Now I've learned that I really love to do my roughs in this watercolor. That ash can I did that I was telling you guys about for Nod, I did the entire thing with it.
Oh yeah.
And it let me stay like loose enough to catch like the action lines I wanted to and not redo the lines and then all of a sudden like lose that spontaneity that comes from your first. It felt really good.
Keith Carmona says, "James, which watercolor brush do you use on Clip Studio Paint?"
I prefer to use the wet wash and leave it on black and white. So if anybody hasn't heard the explanation, Jason and Keith have already heard it. And I work mainly in grays and black and whites, and when I do color, it's very difficult for me. And it's because I'm colorblind. So the colors all look differently for me than they do for other people. So as a result, I tend to rough everything with gray tones, and then usually I'll do color for certain projects, but it usually just ends up staying gray. Like this that I'm doing right now is extremely loose, and it's going to get more detailed after I'm done roughing what I want it to be. But this one is a wet wash tool in Clip Studio. I haven't adjusted the settings. I like the fact that I have 5,000 levers of pressure and the fact that they're reacting and creating different tones as I go about this.
I'm colorblind too.
Awesome. My colors, when I do them, they just come out differently, and I don't know, just it makes everything take longer, and never feel like I actually have my colors done. I don't know, maybe it's in my head.
Well, it's one of the reasons. Besides that, it takes forever for me to do coloring, but for my comic books, I usually have someone color for me because it's a different skill set, I think.
I would agree.
I mean, I could color. I used to color my own stuff, but it took forever. It definitely wouldn't look as dynamic as some of the stuff other people can do.
Okay.
However, when I'm looking for a job, if they need someone to do coloring, I don't say I can't do that. I'll do it.
Oh, no, I usually give them examples, but I really don't like working with other people's crap very often. So it's usually a very special project. Like I'm working with Sean Barber on a project. Mainly, I dig working with Sean a lot. Akira is helping me with Nod. Jeff Aragon is working on Damage with me. And I like working with them, but they were all my friends way before we decided to work on a project together.
Well, hello, Car Service Auto Center Supremo. Saying hi.
That's either a bot or somebody who's logging in from work.
Yeah. Well, they just got some advertisement. Not that there's a lot of... I don't have a lot of advertising power, but... Oh.
It's called losing my control. Is gone, and all the darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's start this conversation.
Hi, I'm Joey Gong, a traditional Chinese medicine chef and
No.
therapist. I love using Squarespace to share my...
Gotta be careful what kind of ads you end up with.
We got no relation.
So Jason has a leg up on me. He's drawn. How many books have you drawn of the Night Owl character, Jason?
So I've been drawing this character for about 16 years of both comic books, doing different books, doing little short one-page vignettes, like webcomic type things. So yeah, I definitely am very familiar with this character. I was just saying earlier how it's gone through so many artistical changes, at least the way I draw him and stuff. But yeah, it's been it's been a fun journey with this character, for sure. And the comic book, that's the campaign that's going on. It has a brand new story with this character, but it also collects some of the earlier work as well. And it also has one that was never published. It was done a while ago, but it was never published. So it's like you're getting 3 comic books all in one chunk, which is it's fun. You'll see some artistic change, evolution during the comic.
I don't mind seeing that. I know some people want their artists to be like super duper consistent, but I think that it's kind of underappreciated getting to see the artists like experiment and find their voice while they're working on something.
Yeah, for sure. And our styles, I mean, I don't know about you. I mean, I'm sure it's similar, but my art changes. Like, it evolves all the time.
I think it's supposed to. I think if you're not evolving, or at least working on how to express yourself differently, or learning new tools, that maybe you're missing a part of the experience. That's one of the things I don't like about graphic arts. Like, the degree that I studied was in graphic communications, and it really promotes like doing creative takes on advertising, but using like the same principles over and over again. And there's nothing wrong with understanding and learning principles like that, but if you do it the exact same way every single time, it just ends up to make it, I don't know, it starts to feel hollow.
Yeah, I see. I can see what you're saying. Because it's like the consistency thing you were just talking about. You, especially if you're working for a company or a firm, they want everything to always remain consistent, not only just in the way you drew it before, but in the company wide studio. They want all the artists to draw basically, the same.
Yeah, the house style.
Yeah.
I
learned.
I had my work reviewed by a professional a long time ago who basically turned the review into this large lecture about whether or not I was going to understand the how style is how artists get paid, and how like it was a long, really frustrating experience. But
Well, it can't. I mean,
it took the wind out of me for a while, because like I can't imagine artistically trying to copy a style invented by somebody else and then doing that same thing over and over again and losing my own voice. There's too much of me in the illustrations that I do to just let that go. And you have to have a particular professional mindset to be able to get there. And the guys who did or can do that, especially for a long time, I give them kudos for mastering the discipline. But at the same time, it's just really not where I wanted to head. But even like Frank Frazetta was a commercial artist for a while. A lot of really great artists have had to kind of go through that and learn house styles and then break out later. And then when they break out and find their voice, that's when the corporations all of a sudden, like everything that they sell, it's about the creator and it's not about the product. And then that's when they lose control of the artist. I really see that house style as just like struggles to control creators.
Yeah, it can be. I think a lot of times what it is they don't want to take risks.
Mm-hmm.
We did it this way. It's been working. It sells. It makes money. Let's not fix it if it's not broken, kind of thing. Because when you bring another artist and they start doing their own vision in it, people, if you're banking on every cent and stuff, then you don't want to try out new things, even if it's better. You don't want to take the risk. But
and I understand that that's a part of business. It's just, I don't know. The connections to stuff made that way, I don't feel them that way. Like I'll use Todd McFarlane as the example. When he was attempting to copy house style and kind of failing at it, his books, in my opinion, were mediocre. And then when they gave him, the more stylized he got in Marvel, the better his books did. And then all of a sudden, they have this chance to give him his own Spider-Man title, and it goes through the roof because he's literally not listening to them anymore. And the work he did while the Spider-Man title was his is my favorite work that was ever done on the character. And I don't know, it's just
Yeah,
how
no,
I prefer to do that.
he talks a lot about that. He always says, get the job and do what they want you to do. Just get your foot in the door, and then as you're in there, do a little bit here and do a little bit there, but don't go crazy. Still.
Yeah.
And then he said he just kind of he worked his way in, and then at some point, as he kept doing more and more things his own, that's where what you were talking about. I do remember him on G.I. Joe, and I was like, this style, because I used to collect G.I. Joe comics when I was in
Dude,
elementary.
don't be feeling bad. Those GI Joe comics from the '90s were awesome.
Yeah, well, it was the '80s, but
The '80s ones were fantastic too. I just didn't read them.
But yeah, I did like I saw a big, all of a sudden I saw a big art change and I was like, whoa, these vehicles look really bulky and real. All the characters look real mushy now, like they had mushy faces and stuff. I can't remember who was drawing it before, but I
love him,
his
dude, but
style
he can't draw
did
vehicles.
stand out for sure on that. That was even before I think he was trying to make changes and stuff.
Dude, I tracked down the very first comic or not the first comic I ever got. I can't track that down. My dad bought me these Marvel annuals from, I don't even know when they were made. But I remember going on these trips with him. He would take me out on the weekends and we go to like the racetracks and the other stuff. And there was one particular trip where we stopped at this little gas station and he gave me money to go in and get snacks and whatever. And he told me to go ahead and get a comic book. And I went in and I found some McFarlane drawn Hulk stuff.
Oh, and I used to love those.
Yeah, I when he was doing Mr. Fix-It, oh man, I love that. Dude, Gray Hulk with an attitude, and he's dealing with a leader who's smarter than him, but like the leader keeps hiring morons and stuff like that. Like I loved Mr. Fix-It. But I didn't know anything about comic books.
So that was your first comic?
It was the first time I paid attention to it. The first comics, the year before that, he got me a bunch of comic books for Christmas. They were like these Fantastic Four annuals and this Hulk annual where he's fighting Absorbing Man and this Spider-Man annual. And they're huge. Annuals back then were like graphic novels where you get like 130 pages of whatever.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Are they different now?
Well, nobody calls them annuals. Now they call them graphic novels.
Oh.
When's the last time you bought an annual?
I can't remember the last time I bought a comic. I mean, a mainstream comic like Marvel.
I went dollar bin. I realized all of my taste is for all the independents. That part has been that way for a while.
Same.
But if you dive through dollar bins, you find weird stuff that you forgot was like worth your attention because it's in the dollar bin. And sometimes you'll go in there and you'll find things that had more value than you thought just because you haven't seen it forever. Like I've got a bunch of Impulse stuff. Look, Ian Van Schreiber and all that dumb crap that he started, I don't know him for crap, but I loved Impulse for the first 20 or so issues.
Impulse. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, and I had no idea that he was one of the artists on that. No clue. And I went back and I was buying some Impulse books just because I was like, oh, I miss this cartoony style, and was just taking a look at it and showing it to my son. And I got 3 or 4 bin issues, for fun. I'm enjoying myself. And then I got home and realized it was Van Sciver, and I was like, oh, why did I do that? But it means that I actually like something that he did back in the day.
Was one of the artists on Impulse Herberto Ramos?
I think so, and that's who I thought I was picking up. And that's when I noticed that the issue looked different. as I opened it, everything got like hella 90s with like these chords wrapping around stuff, and it just got very different than I remembered. So I started looking at it, and I was like, I don't remember Van Sciver being on this book, and he must have done a couple one shots.
Yeah, I'm a big Herberto Ramos fan. So I could swear he was on that book. I think he's doing Spider-Man now.
Yeah, I like that style with like the bulgy feet.
Yeah, very cartoon. No wonder I like it.
Yeah, and the gloves like slightly oversized. Yeah, I enjoy that style as well, but only on certain characters. I don't like it. It can get kind of overused if they have too serious of a character and they're, I don't know, trying to make him look like he skateboards or something weird. Like I couldn't see Professor X being drawn in that style. That's an example.
I don't know. Who's that guy? Scotty Young. I mean, he's got a super cartoony style, and he draws like all this serious characters.
Yeah, but his whole world is like this chibi sarcasm, and I dig it because it's his style literally became like now mostly what he does for Marvel is covers. He doesn't do a lot of interior, but he does like I Hate Fairyland and all that other stuff.
Are you talking about? Okay, I see what you're saying. You're talking more of like the interior pages of a comic.
Well, that's usually where I spend most of my focus. Covers are just flashy, and I don't like. I know that there are people who like Scott Campbell and stuff that they're famous for their covers, and their covers let them be like.
I love his covers,
and some of them are great. There are some Jason Scott Campbell's ones that you just drool when you see them. They're just like that awesome.
I mean, he was doing Gen 13. Those page his. I was just like every page. I'm just like, oh my gosh, how does this guy do this much art? Like all the details on this stuff.
Well, it's because he's only uncovered.
No, he did the interiors.
Oh, he did the interiors? I never collected that book.
He did the first. I think he did the first. Like, I would say at least the first 5, if not the first 10. I started running out of money at some point and had to stop collecting. But
the story we all face.
Yeah. Okay, is it going to be comic books or food? Okay.
Comics.
I'm going to have to go with food. I'm really hungry.
Now when I go into the comic shop, it's deciding between how much do I buy for me and how much do I complain about being broke for my kids.
How much what for your kids?
How do I pay for my kids stuff?
Oh.
James is collecting old Turtle books.
Oh, nice.
Oops. And he's doing it with Usagi, and he's collecting Stan Sakai, and he's going after all the 80s like black and white stuff, which is awesome. But like he's doing them with the collections, and all the collections are $30 books.
Oh wow.
It gets real difficult to help him get his stuff that way. Don't get me wrong, I'm proud that he has such good taste, but it gets expensive.
Yeah. I hear you, man. I'm looking at your picture here.
What you think?
Looks good. I dig it.
I'm going to start doing details
That's
now.
definitely a James Burton styled Night Owl. Love it.
Oh, I should have given him a weapon. Damn it.
Well, we're coming up to the 1 hour mark. So why don't we do a 5-minute warning here? Any final words or links that you'd like to share with everybody?
I'd like to remind everybody they can find my stuff with James Burton II on Instagram. and that at scatter.com they can find links to my work, and at www.angrybrainartworks.com. And that later on this month, there is going to be another Damage Inc. Kickstarter where we get into some really bigger stories with a lot more drama and some really good writing from Jeff Aragon.
Very cool. Very cool.
And we have Dr. Dream coming up too, right?
Yeah, Keith was just mentioning that. He said, speaking of covers, click the Dr. Dream link for variant covers by James and Jason. And Keith, I was on Facebook earlier dropping links to Night Owl and Shadow Hunters, and I tried to drop a link. I cut and pasted the link that you dropped in our chat earlier, in our scattered chat, and it said this link doesn't exist, though I know it does because I checked it earlier, but I probably copy and paste it wrong or something. So I'm glad you dropped that in there. In the final description, I will have a link for Dr. Dream as well below. So if you guys are watching this on the replay, watching it over the weekend, drawing with it, check out each of these links. James Burton, are you in pre-launch now or no? Oh, no, you're not.
Not yet. That's this whole weekend. I should be in the pre-launch mode, hopefully Monday or Tuesday.
Okay, so maybe by next week we'll have a link for James's Damage Inc. campaign coming up. So you guys, thanks a lot for drawing with us. Really appreciate you spending the time. Have a great rest of your Friday. There's like what? Well, I guess it depends where you're at. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, and we will see you guys at the next one. Peace.
And make sure to check out the Patreon.
Just want to thank everybody for watching it all the way to this point. If you can, like, share, subscribe, comment below. All right, guys, have a good one.